Hey, this is Claire from Editarians. Here at Editarians, we use Basecamp for communicating with you, keeping track of files, and everything else we need to bring your project to completion. Let's go for a little tour. When you sign up to work with us, you'll get an email invitation to your project with a link to join us in Basecamp. Click the big green button. A new page will launch in your browser asking you to create an account or to log in. If you haven't used Basecamp before, create a new account. Otherwise, use your existing Basecamp login to access your Editarians project. Once you log in, you'll go to a main screen with a tile for your project. Click on your project tile. You'll see that there are different modules in the project, like a message board, a schedule, and more. We'll go over these now, starting with the message board. Welcome to the message board. This is where we'll ask and answer questions and communicate with each other. When you first log into Basecamp, don't miss our message welcoming you to your project. This message also outlines our process, how we'll collaborate, and confirms your assigned editor if your project is starting soon. You can respond directly to this message with your questions or create a new thread in the message board. To create a new message thread, open up the message board. Click on the New Message button on the upper left-hand side of the message board module. A text editor will come up for writing your message. You can also attach a file to your message by using the paperclip icon inside the message composing window. Easy! Next up, let's look at the Docs and Files module. The Docs and Files module is where documents and file uploads live. There will already be some folders in this module, like the Policies folder and the Resources folder. Take a moment to look through the files in these folders, as the resource files can be quite helpful during the writing process. When your file is ready for editing, send it to us by going into the Docs and Files module, clicking New, and selecting your file. Make sure to select Let me choose who to notify from the File Upload menu, then choose your editor and admin from the pop-up. You're good to go. It's important to notify us when you upload a file so that we can get started on it as soon as we can. When your editor has a new version of your file for you, they'll post it in the message board with any comments or questions for you to address. They will also upload the new version of the file to the Docs and Files module for easy future retrieval. The newest version of your file will replace the previous version in the Docs and Files module. To see version history and view previous versions, click on the uploaded file. Then you can choose to see all versions of the file. You can also add a new version of the file to pass back to your editor by selecting Replace with a new version. Your editor will take care of keeping each version organized in Basecamp as we pass your file back and forth. The calendar inside your project is called the Schedule module. If you've confirmed your editing start date and submission deadline with us already, you'll see those dates added into the schedule in your project. Having your dates in Basecamp keeps us all on the same page. If your project includes multiple submissions or assignments, you may want to add dates to the schedule as you get more information. To do this, go into the Schedule module, click on the date you want to add an event for, then click Add an Event. Enter a descriptive title like Literature Review Ready for Editing or Assignment Number 2 Due, and your start and end dates. I like to check all day when adding items to the schedule, but you can choose a time frame if you like. Make sure to add your editor and Editarians admin to the With area. This is really important because otherwise your project dates won't show up in their schedules. To-dos are basically a task list. You can add items, assign them, and give them deadlines. We won't have any to-dos added for you when you log in, but if you'd like to use this module to keep track of your project deliverables, you're more than welcome to. Let's go over a few tips and tricks for working in Basecamp. The main page of your project has an activity feed. You can scroll through this feed to see a timeline of all the messages, posted files, new versions, and more on your project. This is a helpful snapshot of what's going on. You can click into any of the activities listed in the feed to get the full picture. By default, you will receive email notifications from Basecamp each time a message is posted, document is uploaded, or schedule item is added to your project. We recommend leaving this setting on so that you don't miss any important communications from the Editarians team. You can change some of your notification settings by clicking on your photo or initials at the top right-hand corner, then selecting Change My Notification Settings. Again, we do recommend leaving email notifications on. You may want to change the notification hours so that you're only notified when you're available to respond to messages or address questions or comments though. It's pretty easy to do. Just choose the hours that you want to be notified and press Save My Settings. Then you won't receive notifications outside of the hours that you've specified. You can communicate with us by responding to the emails Basecamp sends you, but logging into the platform is a more complete experience. We recommend you log into the platform instead of relying on the email functionality. I hope this answered all your questions about working with us in Basecamp. If there's anything you'd like to know that wasn't covered in this video, give us a shout at inquiries@editarians.com or in the message board of your project. We'll see you in your project.